ain't stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm about to give it all. About to get them all, I want everything they got. Coming for the top, I won't stop until I fall. Me, I'm trying to ball out like LaMelo Ball. Watch me switch the gears on and wait for him to stall. They're looking all small, trying to run before they crawl.
I'm Todd Grisham. The fighters are here, and they're about to get it on at the Lighthouse Theater. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. First, we have Larry Holmes. Watch out for that reach of 206 centimeters. He's also 191 centimeters tall and weighed in at 103 kilos. And his opponent, Deontay Wilder, 6'7" tall with that massive 83-inch reach.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Here comes Deontay Wilder. He is the Bronze Bomber, fighting out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The form.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all.
And this one has all of those. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Couldn't land that jab. We welcome you to this beautiful theater. Shakespeare has nothing on the drama that we've seen between these two fighters. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people out here in this place, they will spot it.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dares do anything out of turn.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Exchange punches, and the heavyweight legend goes to the canvas. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got a hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Counter punching. He threw a punch and just got countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He misses with that jab. Deontay Wilder just got clipped. You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
They don't like that. Listen to that. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym, his team is going to give him hellfire. This is what you work on as a fighter.
What they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. War with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. Yo, I can't stand these rap boys, feel to eliminate all. I'm trying to raise this stack, boy, so tall that it might fall. Top striker, man, I lick off the goal, so anything I set, I achieve and more. Soon bring the man them on some kind of tour. No flicker bottles in my rider report. I don't know why they would step to the team, and I'll send man airborne like fly beat. Come like this as some sci-fi scene when I lace this magic on these type of beats. I don't want to hear no talk from a dweeb. You don't respect me if you don't pay my fees. If you don't respect me, then please better back out the way of this heat. I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. War with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. War with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. Yo, step to the place on my J's or with all nine, and I'm on a mad one. I don't want no attention from that gal if she ain't a bad one. Man try tell me the 3-5 come too stinky as Cali that packs from. And if I go broke, N95s and nightgloves slapped on. Soon put chef on the map, son. Don't pop with too many brothers, they cap enough. Dog, I don't care about the past, that bad in the present, and you can get wrapped up. I don't deal with pests, man got no fertilizer for them. Go on then run up your mouth yet again, Joe get sent all the way up like Rem. Nah, that ain't the flexo. I got J's on my feet, they're retro. They can act like they got bars. I got bars in my name like Esco, and I'll slap them off like Crespo. Go dish out the news like Metro, and it's punks know that I don't tech joke. In person, they reject smoke. I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. War with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. War with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn.
They ain't stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm about to give it all. About to get them all, I want everything they got. Coming for the top, I won't stop until I fall. Me, I'm trying to ball out like LaMelo Ball. Watch me switch the gears on and wait for him to stall. They're looking all small, trying to run before they crawl. Me, I'm going all out, up against it all. You're up against the clock, up against the clock. Trying to break the doors down, you should have changed the locks. I'ma bring them all down, everybody's up. And I pride when it's showtime, everybody watch. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. trying to rock the boat, but the ride's too smooth, cause I'm trying to bid the go and the vibes don't lose. You guys are old news and your styles don't ooze. You're going head to head with the guy who won't move. Your tide goes snooze with your blind old views. Yeah, you couldn't walk a yard or a mile in my shoes. Yeah, I'ma smile all the way to the dubs, cause what's an extra mile if you come from the muds? I'm a wild out, watch me ramp it up. Check my style out, everybody look. I'm like Gordon Ramsay, that's just how I cook. My old thing fancy, I don't give a. I ain't giving up now, till I'm living good now. What's fucking till I'm at the top so high, you have to look down. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight.
What a lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Deontay Wilder, he is the Bronze Bomber. 6'7" tall with that massive 83-inch reach. And up against him, it's Larry Holmes. Weighed in at 226 pounds. He stands 6'3" tall.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
Here he comes, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder, one of the hardest punchers in heavyweight history. His knockout percentage is off the chart. And here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes. Dominated the heavyweight division in the early 80s. In fact, he went 48 fights before suffering.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, an Olympic...
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
It seems wild, it seems ferocious, it seems like there's no rules, and that's what it feels like when you're fighting outside under the heat.
No doubt. And that's the opening bell, round 1. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. The jab not finding its target. Punch, counter punch. Both of these athletes' gas tanks are going to be tested. Endurance will be the key on an afternoon like this one.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some and down goes Wilder.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you all right?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
The straight right just misses. You don't want to trade shots. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
This round good round. I like that, Samaki. Stay full.
What are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Smart.
Here we go for round two. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And the Bronze Bomber goes down. So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your usuals here.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Oh, Wilder just got clipped, and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this hurt before. That was... Whoa, wait a minute. And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. And down goes Deontay. So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.
Yeah. Look at Duff. Order belts, mighty. We bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Contrary ting, no but ping. We bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Contrary ting, no but ping. We bring man right, somebody shots fling. Uppercut, fling, right up, fling. Contrary ting, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I punched you never saw. Ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros are stood on the sideline, head in the hand, shot, joke of the show. But they keep those hands up, swing for their fences. All you're going on, Paul, if it's sure. How much do you want to be the champ? How much do you want to please the fans? How much do you want to be the king? And how much do you want to feed your camp? How much do you want to see people champ? Swing like you got a thing to lose. It's the ESBC. Beat them neatly. Titles never ever in dispute. Ding ding. Step in the ring and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No but ping. We bring man right. Somebody shots fling.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson. Muhammad Ali. And Eastern Assassin, Larry.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the...
So much hype surrounding. So here we go. Should be a good one. Punches coming from every angle. It's all offense all the time. Beautiful counter. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Punch, counter punch. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments and still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Swinging and missing the right hook. go for that receipt. It's always coming. I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Incredible firepower. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And there's the bell for round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How about that time counter shot? They exchange punches. Fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement with left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fights.
Throws the jab and doesn't score. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Come on, switch on. Get your hits, no shots. Good work. Don't forget the top.
And there's the bell to start round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Counter punching. You'd like to see more jabs. They exchange punches. Call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That jab doesn't score. Swing and a miss with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? And just as quickly, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now. Style it out. Get on the back foot. Jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure in.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the dangerous part.
No rest for the weary. Combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Through the left uppercut, but it misses. And he scores with the counter. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in fights like...
And there's the bell for round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
And misses with that jab. You gotta like what you're seeing as he reaches the halfway point of this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. They're both trying for a knockout. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The perfect counter lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Wow.
This is the beginning of round 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be afraid. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you up.
Oh my, the big fella just got rocked.
Reset.
Looks like they've shaken it off.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. It's the wrong place to fall asleep.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? The greatest! Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it? Clearly his opponent was too much for him, and he's thrown in the towel. So they will throw in the towel. The corner has stopped it. They won't be happy about that, but set.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous, I'm ready for comeback. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But even you got that magical, you have it. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know the name rain's heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculated. On time, not a second hour late. Witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman.
I'm Todd Grisham, and every fighter wants to say at least once they fought at Brooklyn Hall. And here we are. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. So here is young Tyson. Here we have Tyson. Here comes.
This bout is...
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. The courage on display here is incredible. Fighters love being in this venue as the audience is right on top of you, and they will be bringing the heat tonight. They are ready to watch this showdown.
He's getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making excuses because you're going to be so transparent. You gotta like
like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
The face is telling the story from that jab. And he misses with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. That jab, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so easy.
Go back. Right round. Now relax.
Here we go. It's round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
He takes that jab. Tried to score with a jab. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Big whip with the right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs a...
Let's get it started in round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
So he will take a knee here and get a nice reprieve from the action.
What you see right there is a heartbroken fighter.
Well, he's had enough, and he is going to quit. And that will do it. This fight is over. They have given up.
They don't like that. Listen to that. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym, his team is going to give him hellfire. This is what you work on as a fighter.
of the room. I want you to protect yourself up.
Real General's back in the building. Trust. Tell her man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Pull up on a set, I might let man know what time that this is. If man move wicked, make man swim with the sharks and fishes. Respect my wishes, got bare creps and I step like kisses. And my fit stay clean like dishes, that's why gal wanna give man kisses. Gal wanna give man hugs, I don't drink and I don't do drugs. I used to wear my heart on a sleeve, that's why nowadays man I don't do love. Fake love might get a man killed, fake love might get a man drilled. I had to tell them let a man heal. Tell a man ease up, getting my peas up, won't get a feel up, is she in feeler? food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading. Call me a leader. Down for the anarchy. Them man I sing to the feds like Valerie. Any violations man I see casualty. Even my manager still can't manage me. Non-stop working down for the salary. Everyday engine burning a calorie. Deep meditation man can't channel me. I told them man recently, man's been on the deepest frequency. Girls that I love keep on leaving me. When I die they'll keep on grieving me. Gotta deal with this thing evenly. Gotta live this life just breathe.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. The gentleman of boxing, Floyd Patterson, one of the slickest heavyweights of all time. 6 foot tall, 201 pounds. And up against him, big Larry Holmes, 6 foot 3 inches tall, and he tipped the scales at 226 pounds.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside and use the speed, use the proximity, and that timing to time off the long jab that comes in to jump over the top. It's about...
It's Floyd Patterson, a man that needs no introduction. He started his career, and here comes...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Brooklyn, New York.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now, because the build-up is getting ridiculous.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. No rest for the weary. Brilliant hook there. The perfect counter lands. Usually you don't have to worry about getting a sunburn when you're fighting, Johnny, but that's certainly the case today with the sun blazing.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Defense that for just a moment. Straight right just misses. We wanted action, and they are delivering. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? And Larry Holmes goes down. Talk about Holmes in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Jab is blocked. Punch, counter punch. Swing and a miss with that jab. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
If you want to corner an outside fire, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
All the time. That hook doesn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Oh, that got Patterson off kilter. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That counter shot lands. This is some of the best action I've seen right there. Oh, and Patterson's dazed. Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Pretty good start in the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
You've got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
This is poetry in motion. If you get a great jab, if you get a long reach.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Well, he should have sat down. Goes Larry Holmes. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I don't know who's got the advantage here after both men take... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Who do you think's got more in the tank, Johnny, as both fighters went to the canvas last round?
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident. Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
I'll let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. He misses with that jab. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. He's got away with it. He can do it again.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Talk about Holmes in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not. Time for the 5th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that?
Got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think right and back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Ooh, that really affected Floyd there. Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into the fight?
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Do you believe this? This heavyweight is has he punched himself out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place. And hold that thought! Patterson's rocked. Both men getting off the canvas in that incredible on to the 6th round. Done with that counter shot. Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. Good counter punch. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with something.
Gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Patterson took that one in a bad way. A much better game. Did you see that? Oh, that got Patterson off kilter. That was the moment. Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see? And Patterson couldn't take anymore. On their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
For how long? Look at that.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. And this fight is over. expected it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.